TLP TV. My name is Zeke, the photographer. This tutorial is going to be on bokeh. For most of you that know what bokeh is, this tutorial is probably going to be irrelevant to you. But for those that don't know, bokeh is basically background blur. So if you've ever seen a picture with the subject, the model or whatever, in focus and then the background's totally blurred out and blown out, that's actually an art called bokeh. I think it's a Japanese word for blur, but don't quote me on that. Alright, let's talk about camera settings. With background blur, with bokeh, you want your aperture as wide as possible. So that's a low f-stop number. It's confusing, but the lower your f-stop number, the wider your aperture and the more bokeh you're gonna get. Also, a long zoom lens is preferably the best for the job. Most of you that are starting out are only gonna have kit lenses, which your aperture is probably going to only go down to 3.5, 5.6, something like that. So I'm using the Sigma, which is a standard 3.5, 70 to 300 zoom lens, which is perfect for portraits. As you could probably hear from the wind and everything, it's a very windy day. It's nice overcast in the sky, so it's perfect. It's a bit noisy, so apologise for that. But I've got two models with me that is helping me out today. I've got the lovely Shannon and Billy. So what we're going to be doing is just taking a few pictures, showing you a few examples, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So yeah, if you guys just hold the space that way for me. Okay guys, now that we're back in the studio, we can have a look at some pictures. Basically, this picture here is a perfect example of bokeh. It's not tack sharp, it's not, you know, the best, sharpest picture, but it's not what I was going for. It was more the bokeh, and this is a great example of that. Shannon and Billy as the models for me. I was at 1/25 of a second with this at f5 at 200 ISO, and I was around 130 millimeter. So yeah, that was a nice picture, a nice example of bokeh. Alright, as I said while I was outside, you need to leave a good amount of space between your subject and the background. This picture here is a prime example why. I think it's a lovely shot, but it also shows you why you need to leave a good amount of space. If you look, the background, if you look to the edges, you can see behind the tree is blurry. So all the trees in the background are blurry, but the tree directly behind them, because they are literally touching that tree, is in focus. And that is because the tree is close enough to them. So it's falling in there, falling into the focus plane of sight, basically. And this next picture is another prime example of that. They're standing beside a tree where you can just see the edges of the tree, and all behind them is blurry bokeh. Lovely, another lovely shot. Alright, this next picture coming up, I took this on purpose, this one right here, just to show you how you can get creative with stuff. You can get kind of arty with stuff, you know. So this is basically in reverse. This is so I focused on the background rather than the foreground, so that the background is sharp and the foreground, your subjects is usually in the foreground, is blurred out. And it's a nice little effect, you know. More creative people will use this. I actually used it. I know I was doing a wedding for my cousin's wedding in France. I took a beautiful picture of them looking out on some scenery was beautiful, and they had their backs to me basically, so I blurred them out, so you got the whole view of everything. It was very nice. So that's an example you could use with that. All right, guys. My advice to everyone is just grab your cameras, get out there, keep snapping. It makes practice does actually make perfect sense. All right, cool. I'm Zeeks. Thanks for watching Timeless Pics TV. For you people watching it on YouTube, subscribe, like, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Did I miss anything? For you professionals that are gonna get at me, teach me. I'm willing to learn as well. So yeah, check out the website www.timelesspics.co.uk. Until next time, peace. Happy snapping.